Hi, I'm Mickey, and I'm an international postgraduate student at the University of Manchester. And these are the 5 skills I think you will need for your career in the real world. Things you study in the classroom are, of course, very important for your work. These are the other skills that you will need at work to be successful. This comes from 5 years of international work experience, whether that's going to be in the government or public service, or the corporate world, or the nonprofit/charity sector. Working with colleagues in New York or Mumbai, attending or organizing conferences in Germany or Singapore, or handling volunteers in South Africa or Southeast Asia. This is kind of like the career I've had in the past 5 years. Number 1 is communication skills. You have to do a lot of presentations at work. You have to be able to convince your boss and other colleagues internationally, and you should be able to communicate your thoughts effectively. Specifically, you should be able to master your skills when it comes to presenting with confidence. Do train yourself how to do that by volunteering in societies, making presentations. If you've got a group work in your class, volunteer to be the presenter, and then you can have more experience dealing with a big audience such as your classmates. Then you can practice your presentation skills. Second skill would be people skills, which includes networking and teamwork. And the way you can practice this or develop these skills at uni is by joining societies, organizing events, volunteering for your student accommodation. Networks are so important that 70 to 80% of job postings, for example, aren't actually posted online, and most of these jobs are acquired through people you know within the organization. And in my experience, out of the 5 different jobs that I've had, 4 of them were because I knew someone or someone knew me and then they recruited me. Who you know is an important part of your career, and this is something we call social capital. You do bonding within your colleagues within your level, but the more important and more valuable kind of social capital is social bridging, where you are able to access services and opportunities beyond your current reach. So these are people in position or people in certain organizations that you want to work with. A third skill is problem solving and good strategy. Work is about being able to solve problems. The bigger the problems you solve, the greater your pay is, or the higher your position is. So if you are able to work in a larger team or try to solve a complex problem, you get compensated for that, just how clever you are when it comes to real world problems. So when you work with a good strategy, you have to be proactive. For example, I go to a climate change conference and I look at the schedule in advance, way in advance, even before I fly into the venue, and try to meet key people that I wanted to interview to get their opinions and sentiments for an article I was writing about. A lot of the times at work, there will be problems that would arise, and it's up to you how to solve that. It's really an opportunity for you to shine. Skill number 4 is having a clear purpose. If your colleagues see that you have a clear purpose with your work, this would emanate and they will see you as someone who does things for a good reason. And when you have a clear purpose at work, whether that's an advocacy that you want or something that you want to achieve within your career, that would come off very clearly with your colleagues. Also, you are able to inspire others with your vision. You are able to step up as a leader in the workplace, and you can clarify your purpose by doing a lot of things in the uni. For example, you can volunteer at the uni. There are a lot of volunteering opportunities. The Stellify program provides you with loads of different opportunities to volunteer, whether that's at a food bank, a charity, a fundraising activity, or working with kids. In my case, I'm doing diversity and inclusion campaign in the university and the Students' Union. By joining these volunteering opportunities, you are able to discover yourself a bit more and what you're passionate at. For example, on the 21st of February, we have the Reclaim the Night event here in Manchester. We'll march for women's rights and push our city council to ensure that our streets are safe for women, and there's a proper platform for people to report sexual harassment cases. So you can join this many opportunities at uni or even outside the university. Another key skill is mindfulness. Being aware of your mental health and your overall well-being, and just being resilient as well, is a very important skill that you would need in your career. At work, you are solving difficult problems. You might be working with difficult people and you are given time constraint when it comes to resources, when it comes to your abilities sometimes even, and it can get overwhelming at times. But make sure that you have your mental health in check. You need to do a lot of stress management, time management, conflict management, and a lot of problems and challenges just arise from the workplace. And being able to balance that with being able to deliver work and still be efficient at uni, where you are faced with exams, a lot of deadlines. Even if you join societies or help organize events or cultural festivals, you will come up with working with people who can be quite difficult, and being able to sharpen your skills and be more mindful about your well-being is so important. And there's just so many opportunities and services available at your fingertips that you can access. There are mindfulness workshops, there is the counseling service that you can talk to. We also have a nightline. This is a very cool service that I did not know until a friend of mine told me about it. So there is a nightline, a confidential listening service that you can call from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and the number is on the back of your student card. It's right here. So you can call them at night if you need someone to talk to, if you've got problems about your studies, about your confidence, about moving here to a totally different city. So it's just an amazing service that you can actually access. Because at the end of the day, the university is a microcosm of the bigger society, and you're going out there in the real world after you graduate. You will be able to work with a lot of different people, but the university is a safe place. There are so many services that you can avail of. There are so many opportunities to develop these skills outside of the classroom. So you might as well go out there, join societies, organize events, volunteer, just be part of something bigger. Join Stellify, check out the volunteering opportunities, check out job opportunities on the job portal, go to the Students' Union building, visit the career services, subscribe to the career portal. There's just so many opportunities, and half the year is gone and there's just not a lot of time to do that. I'm only here for a year. I'm just maximizing all the time that I have, and I hope you do too.